Hello, listeners. If you're just tuning in, this is the second part of today's message before I went on a commercial break. Today, I'm discussing about having vision, creating pictures for the future. And I'm reading a story that is so inspiring. This story is about Angela Wolf. Angela Wolf, a student teacher in the University of Texas at Austin College of Education, is about to wrap up her final semester as an apprentice teacher. Having spent the last 3 semesters teaching kindergarten and second graders. In May, she will leave the university. Last May, she left the university with a teacher's certificate, and she hopes a job teaching in an elementary school classroom all her own. A person who was blessed with that something extra. Angela is the leader activist in the blind community on a national level and the type of individual others allude to in a conversation about inspirational behavior or the indomitables of human spirit. At age 12, Angela went from sighted to blind almost overnight when her doctor administered too high a dose of vitamin A to her, triggering a rare condition known as pseudotomo cerebral, which literally means false brain tumor. The body lives to the alert and react as though one has a brain tumor. It produces more fluid around the brain than can be absorbed, and this excess of fluid creates a great deal of pressure. In cases such as Angela's, the pressure squeezes and destroys the optic nerves. You know, Angela said, I recall thinking almost from the beginning that regardless of my blindness, I could do whatever I wanted to do in life. Nothing could hold me back. Angela Wolf, through the condition, normally strikes females between 20 and 50 and sometimes does not result in loss of vision or causes loss of vision over an extended time. Angela recounts the story of her loss of sight with no sense of being misfortune victim. She also recalled thinking almost from the beginning that regardless of her blindness, she could also do whatever she wanted in life. I remember, she said, telling my parents after I first went blind that I did not want to be different or treated like a girl with disability. I was very lucky to have grown up in Louisiana, she said, which is about 60 miles away from a wonderful private training center for the blind. Her parents had her in a camp there matter of months after she lost her sight, and the learning and adoption began. To cut this story short, Angela was able to achieve her dream, just like Heli Keller. Today, she's not just a teacher, but a fulfilled teacher. Courage and optimism and the absence of self-pity have helped Angela to hold on onto her childhood dream of being a teacher and to treat it like any other challenge that comes her way. She said, whatever I wanted to do, whether it's finding my way through a building or learning to be a teacher, I just have to figure out the how. I have to do things a bit different, but in the end, I get it done. Teacher preparation has presented Angela a series of problem-solving exercises that have tested her creativity but also hindered her resolving to succeed. In order to make the teaching go more smoothly, Angela's first duty on her first day with each new class has been to talk about the subject focused on every little mind, her blindness. She has explained to students what it means for her to be blind and the stress and permanence of it. After telling the students what her life as a blind person is like, she has opened the floor for discussion and question. Whatever I want to do, whether it's finding my way through a building or learning to be a teacher, I just have to figure it out how. This goes on and on and on and on and on and on. Her story is very, 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 very inspiring. Very, very inspiring. It is a dream Angela intends to realize. What a wonderful girl. She has really, really inspired me the more. I that have physical eyes, that means if a blind kid was able to achieve her dream of becoming a teacher, even when she can't even see the people she's teaching, it means that I that have two eyes, I need to work more harder. A friend of mine, a current Nigerian student who is currently doing his summer internship at John Hopkins University and currently living in Baltimore, Maryland, once achieved his childhood dream. When I was still back home in Nigeria, Africa, I read two books by a famous writer by name Ben Carson. Promise Okeke is a young man passionate of becoming the next best neurosurgeon after Ben Carson. He ran into Ben Carson few weeks ago, and guess what? He took a photograph of Ben Carson. That was his dream. That was his dream. That was his dream. Today, Promise sees himself as the next best neurosurgeon the world will one day celebrate. What a lofty vision. What a lofty vision. Kenneth Lambach, author of the book Moisture Management, once said, "Don't underestimate the power of a vision." McDonald's founder Ray Kroc pictured his empire long before it existed, and he saw how to get there. He invented the company motto, quality, service, cleanness, and value, and kept repeating it to his employees for the rest of his life. We all have that key to succeed as individuals. All we need to do is to create a mental picture of what the future holds for us. We need to create a mental picture. If you want to become a medical doctor, start now to create those pictures. If you want to be the best ambassador your country will ever have, start now to create that picture. If you want to build a healthy family, having healthy kids, marrying, having a loving, caring wife, it is now to start building those pictures. My dream is not just to talk, but my dream is to help young people fulfill their destiny, help young people achieve their purpose. And apart from helping young people, my ultimate goal is to work with the United Nations Department for Humanitarian Affairs. It's a very lofty dream. I have seen it happening. And I strongly believe that with hard work, persistence, commitment, I will definitely get there. As a Christian, I am encouraged by Proverbs. Proverbs says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so it he. Whatever we think, so it is. If I see myself as a vulnerable person, as someone who is going nowhere, that means so it is. The most important thing is to have vision. If you want to be the best, is to create that mental picture. Try as much to create that mental picture. Remember, no matter how dark things seems to be or actually are, raise your sight and see the possibilities. Always see them, for they are always there. To wrap up this episode, I really want to encourage you to be focused, create pictures. If you want to be the next president of your country, create that picture. It is never too late to start now to create those pictures. Once again, as I wrap up, thank you for your time. Looking forward having you next Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 a.m. GMT. Once again, my name remains Aaron the Jew Chisholm. thank you for your time.